DD India's Amritpal Singh has sent us this report from Canada's Alberta.
As the gathering of the leaders of arguably the most powerful 7 nations of the world, the Western powers, began here in the Rocky Mountains of Alberta, war continues to dominate the agenda of the G7. And it's not the Russia-Ukraine war alone, given the fact that President Zelensky has been invited to attend this time around. It is the latest Israel-Iran conflict that continues to dominate the agenda here in Canada.
While Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney wants to push his agenda for strengthening global peace and security, building critical mineral supply chains and creating jobs, issues such as US tariffs and the conflicts in West Asia and Ukraine continue to dominate the summit.
This issue, Iran-Israel conflict, will be very high on the agenda of the G7 summit.
And this is an issue on which there are divisions within the grouping on how the conflict could be brought to an end. All that the G7 leaders could agree upon is to issue a joint statement calling for de-escalation. Canada has already ditched the idea of a comprehensive joint communique and is expected to issue chair summaries instead. Apart from the G7 countries, leaders from India, Ukraine, Mexico, Australia, South Africa, South Korea and Brazil will be attending the outreach session on June 17th. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Canada, marking the second leg of his 3-nation tour after Cyprus. He will exchange views with leaders of G7 countries, other invited outreach countries, and heads of international organizations at the summit on crucial global issues, including energy security, technology and innovation, particularly the AI energy nexus and quantum-related issues.
This is the 6th consecutive time that India has been invited as a G7 guest country, which speaks for itself about India's importance in the world. There will be discussions on the sidelines within the G7 and also on the sidelines with all the invitee countries, with the G7 countries, especially on topics of energy security, innovation, emerging technologies, quantum, AI, things which affect all of us today.
The Prime Minister will also hold several bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the summit.
Apart from India's participation in the outreach session of the G7, Prime Minister Modi's bilateral engagements with world leaders would be significant, especially the one with Mark Carney, which could well prove to be an opportunity to reset the ties between the two nations. With cameraman N.A. Sivakumar, this is Amritpal Singh for DD India in Alberta, Canada.
Members of the Indian diaspora across the North American nation have extended a warm welcome to the Indian Prime Minister and expressed hope for a renewed chapter in India-Canada relations.
As Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives here in Canada, there is visible excitement in the Indian diaspora. Also, there is optimism about the meeting between Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Carney, given that the relationship between India and Canada in the past couple of years wasn't at its best. The diaspora says they are pinning hopes on that meeting between Carney and Modi to see an upswing in the relationship. I have with me Harish Consul. He's a prominent member of the Indian diaspora here. He's CEO of Okro Group. Hi Harish, thank you for speaking to us. How do you see this meeting, and how do you see what kind of opportunity do you see in the relationship going on an upswing?
We're very excited about Prime Minister Modi's arrival. You know, it's been some recent sensitive news, but there's never been a better opportunity for us to remend, grow together. India is the 4th largest economy now, fastest growing. Alberta in particular is the fastest growing region in North America. There's so many opportunities together in tech and innovation and energy and security and ag tech. So we're very excited. The entire community, bahut khush hai.
Canada is looking for a partner, especially I can speak for Alberta, because the Premier of Alberta has opened up a Alberta-India trade corridor, which is going to talk about business. Right now we do $188 billion of business with the United States and just around about $500 million with India. So we want to triple our business with India.
This invitation has opened a big room for both the countries to work together, prosper together, and definitely it will improve the bilateral ties. Yeah. So I agree that it is going to make a big difference.
We both are one of the largest democracies in the world. India is going to be a $10 trillion economy. Canada is already an advanced economy. There is a lot of scope for our cooperation in the green energy, in the IT sector, in the quantum mechanics, in the space exploration. Opportunities are innumerable.
So I'm very much hopeful that this time ties between India and Canada is going to be more stronger. Our bilateral relations is going to be more stronger, and we're going to be having a lot of business within these two countries. Because if you see in last 10 years, a lot of Indian people, they are flying to Canada, they are migrating here, and it is very important to have the better relationship between these two countries.
So this is the sentiment in Canada on the eve of that crucial meeting between Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Carney. The expectation is that this crucial meeting could well prove to be the beginning of a reset in Indo-Canadian ties. With cameraman N.A. Sivakumar, this is Amrit Pal Singh for DD India in Alberta, Canada.